Alright guys, so I was finally able to get my hands on the Powerbeats Pro. They've honestly been sold out since they've been released. They've just been impossible to find in stores, and if you order them online, there's a huge waiting period. So I was able to finally stumble upon these. Now, the first thing I want to point out is the fact that these are $250. Like, that is much higher than a lot of the other truly wireless earbuds that I've been trying out. And to be honest, that's where a lot of the problems start with me. But we'll get into all that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and check out what's in the box, what features these have, and see if we can find some of the value in these. The Powerbeats does have the H1 chip, the same one that the new lineup of AirPods have. So if you're already tied within Apple's ecosystem, that allows for a very fast connection to your Apple device. As soon as you pop the case open, it puts them in pairing mode and you can see them on your screen. Now, the pairing process was still really easy with Android as well, so I didn't have any issues there. Now, Apple doesn't officially give IP ratings, so you don't really know how waterproof these could be, but they list them as water and sweat resistant, which they kind of need to be. These are geared towards people that are working out or running or exercising, so people that are going to sweat a lot don't want to have to worry about messing these up, and they'll be fine for normal workouts. Now, as far as the accessories in the box, it does come with a lightning cable for charging, and then it comes with the small, medium, and large ear tips, and also a dual layered silicone ear tip as well. So as far as getting a fit, I didn't have any issues, especially considering the medium ones that came on it fit me right out of the case. Now, this does offer fast charging, so a 5-minute charge will give you 1.5 hours of use. The earbuds themselves get 9 hours on single use, and that is really impressive. But using them with the case, you're going to get about 24 hours. And to be honest, that's really about the standard with most of the truly wireless earbuds I've been testing. But speaking on the case is pretty massive. It's pretty huge, which they couldn't really make one as small as the AirPods case because the earbuds on these have ear hooks. I mean, they take up a lot more space than the AirPods do. Now, the case is really important, not only for obviously charging the earbuds, but that's also how you put them in pairing mode. It is also the only way to turn these off. You can't turn the earbuds off with the earbuds themselves. They automatically shut off when you put them in the case. Now, as far as the earbuds go, one thing that's a huge plus is a lot of people always ask, do they work independent of each other? And honestly, they do. You could use either one of them by themselves or obviously use them both at the same time. Now, as far as the design goes, it is very unique because of the ear hook. But I do like the design of these, and I like the matte black and the fact that it's not saying, hey, look at me, I have this bee on the side of my ears. Like, it's pretty subtle. Now, as far as the controls go, it's pretty simple. You have a volume rocker on the top, and then your Beats button is the play, pause, skip forward, go backwards, and then also answering calls. But you're also able to summon your smart assistant just by talking. That's another thing they implemented with the new lineup of AirPods, and they added that into these. Now, one thing I did want to point out that kind of confused me, especially considering these were $250, which is more than the AirPods. The new lineup of AirPods, they added wireless charging, where you could sit the case on a wireless charger and just let it charge that way. But they didn't do that with the Powerbeats Pro for some reason. Now, another huge plus with these is the mic quality. A lot of people like to use the microphones on earbuds instead of actually pulling their phone out, or a lot of people are on the go or very busy, and to be able to answer calls and people hear you clearly is a huge plus. And the mic quality on here is really good. But speaking of the mic quality, let's go ahead and listen to a test here. Alright guys, so here is a mic test of the Powerbeats Pro. As you can tell, this is pretty much as clear as you can get for a pair of truly wireless earbuds. I think it's on par with the AirPods and is more than capable of taking everyday calls. One thing I did want to point out about the ear hooks, if you're somebody that wears glasses, because there's not a lot of give on the ear hooks, I found that at times it could be uncomfortable. Now, if I wasn't wearing glasses and I had these in my ear, they do get to the point where you don't even notice they're there. Now, if you're somebody with glasses, you might want to proceed with caution. So let's go ahead and dive into the sound, because this, to me, is where things get kind of interesting. Because I think if you're going to charge $250, you pretty much need to be one of the best truly wireless earbuds around. around, because honestly, I think the Sennheiser, the Master Dynamics, and the B&O Play 2s are all about $300. So this is coming very close to that territory. So what you're saying with the asking price is we're just as good as that high tier competition. Don't even compare us to the lower tier. And to be honest, I've been trying a lot of the lower tier, the $50 to $100 price range that I've been really impressed with. So when it came to these, I expected just to have all those be left in the dust, and that just didn't happen. Now, they don't sound bad by any means. They have that definite dynamic boost in the bass. I mean, but with Beats products, that's what you expect. And I'm not even somebody that hates Beats. Like, to be honest, the first edition Studio Beats is what got me into headphones in the first place. And I've tried all of their products since then. And along the way, some of them are good, some of them are bad. And I think the asking price on this is what puts these into that category of products that I can't recommend. Because when we're talking about sound, I said it has boosted bass. It definitely does. And I like that. I like dynamic bass, but I don't want it to affect any of the other frequencies. Now, the bass didn't affect the treble at all. I felt like the highs on these matched up with the lows. Again, it was really dynamic, where female vocals came through very well. As far as cymbals and anything with higher frequencies came through extremely well, and bass you're able to feel. But when it came to male vocals or even guitar riffs, at times it just leaves you wondering, where the hell did it go? Like, they are not good at being able to pull apart instruments. It just gets kind of muddied up, and it loses control. Another weird thing that I noticed with these is it seems like they're trying to give you an artificial airiness. Like, they're trying to give you that open back feel by causing a little bit of an echo. One thing that I did notice at times is one earbud would be slightly behind the other one, even in sound, where it kind of had a reverb effect to it. Now, you would say that, oh, you must have gotten a defective pair, and that's not the case. I even switched out, tried again, same thing, but it was rare when it happened, and occasionally it would catch back up. And I tried this with an Android device, I tried it with a PC, a laptop, a tablet, and it happened with several different devices. So am I saying this is an awful product? No. I think it's actually a pretty decent product. As far as Beats go, it's one of their better products. The problem is it's priced way, way, way too high. Now, I understand the Apple/Beats tax where you're paying for that logo. You're paying for that status of, hey, look what's in my ear. But I'm one of those that look at products based off their performance, based off their features. And the fact that this doesn't have a wireless charging case, and the fact that the sound really isn't any better than the pairs that I've been trying from the $50 to $100 range. In fact, in the description, I'll put a link to the top 5 under $100 video that I did, and I would easily recommend any of those over these. The sound quality does not compare to a lot of other truly wireless earbuds. You're paying that premium price, one, for the functionality within Apple's ecosystem, and I completely understand the whole ease of use. But I also don't understand paying for a product that is in a market that is very competitive. There's a lot of incredible products out there for much less. In fact, again, if it's a pair under $100, you can buy 2 or 3 pairs for the price of one of these. So guys, I'm gonna have to go ahead and tell you right now, this is a hard no. I can't recommend them at that price tag. If you are just having to buy a truly wireless earbud that is tied into Apple's ecosystem, like you just have your mind made up that that's what you want, then yes, I would recommend these over the AirPods. I think these are a better product. But to be honest, I think the price tag on these should be no more than $150, just like I don't think the price on the AirPods should be any more than $100. But what do I know? These things sell out like crazy, they continue to sell, and the AirPods is the #1 selling truly wireless earbud. So they're gonna sell. Apple knows they're gonna sell, and so that will always have the premium price tag attached to them. But anyway, guys, that is my video on the Powerbeats Pro. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for watching all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.